medicine. I have a degree in pharmacy assistant. So, I want a balance between what we know to work and what is new. There's so much new. And, where good questioning comes into bringing you safety, knowing what to ask, or having a basis, having your own root system of like, this is where I stand, this is what I want, and how to feel comfortable in asserting no, right? Like, we always have the right to decline. And today's world is so full of advertising that it almost feels like you're speed dating in the way you make choices. It's like, you got to choose right now. And with the pace of life up here in the Western worlds, we don't have the time to sit. I feel you. I've got 20-year-old grown kids. I'm between jobs and sports and school and life. Wow, that was busy. I did not have time to look into the things I look into now. I didn't even question the stuff I question now. I'm a homeschooler. I'm a homesteader. And I am doing the majority of my college courses online. So it gives me the opportunity to really jump headfirst into what I want to. It's also taught me structure, and it's taught me an even better way to research and to critically think. So that's what I want to bring to the table here. I want to give you things that you can critically think about. So I will not be using AI. I don't want to do us that disservice. We have beautiful, beautiful minds that would beat a machine every single time. And believe me, future episodes are going to prove that AI doesn't have the greatest track record, and we are teaching it. So I'm not going to teach it. I want to keep this as organic as possible. So all of the pictures you see will be taken from archives, and I will be citing all my references and sources at the end of every video. So if you'd like to go further on, the links will be in there. You should be able to just click right on it if YouTube's algorithm and everything wants to work for us. Otherwise, in the description below, you'll be able to find all of my references in every video. Also, if you're anything like me, you're going to listen to the whole podcast. You're going to see what I'm all about. You're going to see what the channel's all about before you like and subscribe. Totally get it. That thumbs up is a real big deal. I'd appreciate them, even if you just liked what the episode was about. If this resonates with you and if you're enjoying this, I'd really encourage you to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are alerted to every time we bring up a new discussion. Looking forward to all of your feedback and your comments. I'm going to try my best to read them all, respond to as many as I can. I would ask you guys, though, let's keep this place neutral. All right? I want you to bring in your scientific theories. I get that we all have a personal application and attachment to the way we feel about stuff, but I want this to feel like a classroom, right? I want us to feel open about asking questions. I do not want anybody coming in here into the comment section and debunking any of the bunk I'm going to bring up unless you're going to cite a source. You're going to give us all where you got this idea from and why you stand behind it. Because if that's the goods, we want to rally behind you. If you're pushing, you're going to hear this word a lot on this channel, propaganda, like that mainstream, what everybody's saying, we've seen it. We've seen it. You don't have to come in here and waste some keystrokes, saying what mainstream's saying. We're here on the podcast because we are saturated with what the world is saying. We know, we heard it, and it just didn't fit. It just didn't sit. So we wanted to dive deeper. We wanted to dig a little deeper, and we wanted to ask more questions without feeling foolish. So I'm going to put on the big noticeable hat, and I'll sit in that chair. I'll take the finger pointing, but I hope it opens us all up to a new way of seeing all of the things we're learning right now, and that maybe, just maybe, we can cipher this new world and maybe we can start to build something in the future. If you're like me, you're coming up right on middle age, and for me, that means I'm just getting started with my adult brain, and that means that I'm going to look at the next 30 years of my life. So while you hear me talk, it'll have been about the first 40 years of my life and what I've witnessed, and probably some of the stuff you guys went through in school, in music, maybe in church, all the way around. And then we're going to talk about what I want to do with the next 30 years of my life, what I feel like a lot of the people that I admire are doing with the next 30 years of their life, and how to get grounded in that, how to feel real here, how to feel like you got purpose, how to feel like there's a reason to be here, that there's worth behind this battle. I mean, we're going to take it on, right? We're going to get ready for this fight. We're going to look at all the parts and we're going to start to strategize. We all love to play the games. I'm a chess player, so I like to think a lot of moves out. There's going to be a lot of parts in this channel. Take breaks, grab some food, but we are here to play the game. That is what I am here to do. I chose a human life. I said I was going to come down for 100 years. It was a long game. It took me a long time to get out of the beginner level. I'm just stepping into intermediary. Why don't you come with me? Thanks so much. Let's get into it, 80s babies. So today I'm going to start with 4 definitions, because these are words I notice I use a lot. And because they're words that I think have a bias behind them, I want to give us, 80s babies, the Webster's definition of these things. And then for our next generations following, we're going to use the Urban Dictionary at the same time, because I think a lot of what is going on today is miscommunication. I mentioned earlier, I have kids in their 20s. I'm also raising twins right now that are school age, elementary school age, like their first years. So, this is going to parallel where myself as a parent, mad miscommunication, because words mean different things now. And when you as a human being, as an individual, 13, 21, 45, it doesn't matter. We all have this idea in our head on our reality. So a lot of the times I had teenagers that would tell me that I was wrong. And no, I wasn't in my head, right? But in the timeline, in what today is and what they were learning, and what, things like the Urban Dictionary and new definitions and new words, really, it at the time would cause so much confusion. But now, having had the time to breathe through some of this stuff, calm down, and we'll get to the things that help me calm down, but to being able to critically think and see that the language was the biggest barrier. Sure, mother tongue, I taught this child how to talk. But by the time that life in general, school, their